DJ. I'm a DJ.
50. Alrighty. We are here today. What's going on?
Hello, world.
It's your boys. You know what I'm saying? We a man down today. You know what I mean? It's just a tag team for right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kenny. Hope everything good, my boy. We gonna catch up with you next Sunday. But today you got your boy King Run over here loafing. You know what I'm saying? Who I got with me?
You got the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, Son Hero.
Yes, sir. What y'all folks doing out there in TV land? Hope y'all out there watching some of their wrestling. Because this most definitely been a lot, you feel me?
Where do I begin?
I don't know.
Where do I begin?
I got you, brother. We gonna begin with the end of WrestleMania Night 2. We didn't get a chance to talk about it. We had a little technical difficulties throughout the week. Video came up a little late. Part 1, so we didn't get the chance to dive into part 2 with Kenny. So today we gonna dive into it, man. We most definitely gonna keep it short though, cause Night 2 wasn't really too much to be boasting and bragging about, you know.
No, I kind of forgot most of everything except for the main event. And no, the main event and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Of course, they did their thing as usual.
Yeah.
But other than that, those were the only 2 matches that I just really was more focused on. Everything else was just it was like filler.
Yeah. They had a couple matches on a marquee card. They had 2 title changes, 2 title retains. You know what I'm saying? Sheamus, they had the Sheamus and Matt Riddle match, the Kevin Owens match, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match. Then they had the women's tag team match with, you know, Nia Jackson, Shayna versus Tamina and Natalie.
That was one of those matches that I just kind of like.
Then they had the Oscar versus Rhea match, Rhea Ripley. Then they had the Apollo Crews versus Big E. And then after that, we had the main event, the triple threat with Roman and Edge and Daniel Bryan. And it was just, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? Night 1, I feel like Night 1 felt like WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the crowd back for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every match, no matter who won, we had fireworks going off, pyro just blasting out the arena. You know what I'm saying? We had a WWE title match first. You know what I'm saying? Which is like, oh, we opening up the show with something major.
Right.
So it was like, it just seemed more important. Then, if I'm not mistaken, they had the Randy Orton Fiend match. And they put that first.
Oh, yeah.
And then that really laid the foundation for the night. You know what I'm saying?
They most definitely did it for the wrong reasons.
No, that was not it. The only thing that was cool about that was Randy Orton's attire. You know what I'm saying? Because Edge had the matching attire on later on that night.
Yeah.
You know, and that was it. That match was a minute. You know what I'm saying? I think that was like the shortest Randy Orton match I'd have seen in a while, especially on a major card. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, especially the way that it like led up to that short win. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I think everybody was like, you could tell like everybody was like born. You know what I mean? They did not like that shit at all, bro.
I feel like those folks couldn't wait to get back into the damn arena so they could start booing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because them folks was booing the hell out of Hulk Hogan.
I mean, yeah, real authentic
boo this man, boo!
Boo this man.
Like the folks was not feeling Hulk Hogan, bro.
Yeah, I noticed it. I noticed that because it was like, bro, no matter what and bro, they did that god off. Yo, the niggas can't, I'm sorry. Hulk Hogan! No,
we're coming for you!
Nah, but for real, they came out like, you know, in the pirate outfits, man. And I was like, man. Yo, I was like, okay.
Why did these folks do Titus O'Neil like this, bro?
Bruh, I'm like, man, yo.
Titus O'Neil is probably like apparently one of the most down to earth, cool, you know what I'm saying, rocking with you, you know what I mean, follow the suit type guy.
Yeah.
And they had this man up here with Hulk Hogan dressed as pirates and whatnot. Talking some R80. Boy, Hulk Hogan ain't no pirate.
It's funny, man.
Damn handlebar mustache.
Bro, it's crazy because it was like Hulk Hogan always had this. Like, I remember watching, you ever watch Wrestling with Regret?
I think I've seen a couple episodes.
Yeah, like, I remember he was doing.
Cause it was like a series, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, his name was Brian Zane. Like, real, like, I like his content with him, man.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
yo, so he was talking about Hulk Hogan. It was like, he always had this one gear. It's like he could never play nobody else but him.
But
you know what I mean? So I was like, I could see, like, even in this instance, it was like Hulk Hogan in a pirate suit.
It was just Hulk. Yeah,
Hulk Hogan.
The outfit looked big. It didn't really fit him.
Yeah.
He looked like he just, them folks was like, go pick out a pirate outfit.
Right.
And he just put something on like he was gonna go take a picture. And he out there talking, oh, brother, it's your Hulk Hogan. Go. Get out of here, man. That right there was like WrestleMania Night 2 was trash. He was doing the most. The Fiend match, like, bro, the Fiend ain't won not one match at a major pay-per-view. Like, every time they have him in a major pay-per-view, he supposed to be this big bad Fiend, this monster, let me in. I'm trying to take you to the underworld, but he can never win a match. And it's like, bro, who is this? Like, what kind of story is y'all telling? When Randy Orton beat this man, I'm talking about with an RKO. Don't get me wrong, it's the RKO.
Yeah.
But we've seen where he had to hit, man, Seth Rollins with about 2 or 3 of them junks. You know what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me, goddamn me, the Fiend get hit with one RKO and his whole meter just do. If this was a wrestling game, he would have been in danger. If this was no mercy, like, he was in danger the whole match.
It's like them folks
he had no nothing.
It's like them folks had, you remember when you played WWF SmackDown and Know Your Role?
Yeah.
Like you have the availability to like turn on. Well, you still did in the other games earlier, but like the KO,
finishers?
the finishers. But it was like when you turn on the KO, the knockout, and then like every time you hit your finisher, like bro, it was an instant knockout.
Bro, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, that was exactly what that was.
Instant knockout. We've never seen, like, I ain't gonna say we've never seen it, but come on, man, y'all. It's 2021. Y'all got fans. Y'all just can't be doing instant knockouts at WrestleMania, bro. Like, it was the Fiend. The build up, the interest, all of that was longer than the match. Alexa Bliss came out. A box was at the ring. They just spinning the box. He pop out the top of that jump off of it, do a couple moves, RKO, it's over with.
And people hated that, bro.
Who asked for this?
No, because people hated that because a lot of people I was seeing will bring up the fact that like Randy Orton supposedly burned this man.
Completely alive. To a creep.
So now you hear is the supposed blow off at WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
And you, instead of having like this all out, like, probably like not an unsanctioned match, but maybe like a no DQ match or something like that. You know, when you go all out. You do real wrestling. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, it's like, what? This man burns you alive. You're doing real wrestling. You should be attacking him. You should be
Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
No DQ. All falls count anywhere. Goddamn brawl. You know what I mean? Exactly. We've seen it before, but no, it was just a regular match.
It was a regular match, and then of course,
like the story just ended. Like it's like reading Harry Potter. And then if y'all ever read Harry Potter out there, or watch the movies. It's like watching Harry Potter, reading Harry Potter, and then next thing you know, he get to Hogwarts, and then the movie ends. What the hell happened? Where's the rest of this story?
Right.
Why did it end this way? Is he gonna be a great wizard or not? Is the Fiend gonna be a great Fiend or not? No, he's not.
Nah, it's pretty much over now. It's like they've pretty much just killed the mystique of the Fiend. Because like I said, remember when he came out, it was just like, oh, yo, yo, this is gonna be something pretty cool.
Mm.
You know, I actually was gonna give it a chance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's like now they just killed whatever momentum that he had going, and I don't know how he can really recover from this. We'll see.
Mhm.
But at this now, I'm just like, nah, I don't really feel too much more about him. So
Yeah, because they still pushing his storyline. Because Alexa, at the end this part of the show, or the end this match, Alexa Bliss show back up. She dripping black goo.
Goo.
And they still, they talking about some, she traded on the Fiend, and now they in a rivalry, and their story is what their story is. And I'm like, I'm not even invested in it no more. You know
I'm
what I'm
like, bro,
saying?
what are we right now?
Like,
Because
for
it's
real.
like, dude,
I'm not even invested
this
in
was
this show no more.
this was cool when I was, young.
Mm-hmm.
But it's now looking at it, it's like, bro, why we, what? This is no, like, and for the match to end like that, with little to no blow off, really though.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Randy was saying, oh, I'm done with him. I'm like, damn, bro, like,
I was
it's
done with
crazy.
that match.
It's
As
crazy.
soon as that happened, I knew how the rest of WrestleMania was finna go, bro. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
Kevin Owens and the Sami Zayn match, of course, that match was good because
Yeah,
it's
they
Kevin
good.
Owens and Sami. Like,
they delivered.
they do this, they've been doing this for the past 15, 20 years, like wrestling each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where you get good chemistry from people that wrestled each other. You know what I'm saying? The Oscar and Rhea match, it was cool. Rhea became the women's champion. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to her. You know.
That was funny. How she
Yeah,
did that. Like, okay.
it wasn't no build up to that story neither. You know, Oscar hasn't really been in the limelight doing anything with the title. She basically like her real first title defense, and she lost it. You know.
Like, I mean, I like Rhea Ripley, but I was just like, damn. I feel like they should have done that. They should have pulled this move like maybe a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, at least build up.
Build up to real. Because if you wanted her to have a real title celebration and, make it mean something, bro, it's like you got to put her in this situation to make it mean something. You know what I'm saying? She showed up Monday before WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Well, 2 Mondays before WrestleMania. Asked for a title shot, got the title shot. Monday happened. They did the contract signing. Sunday they was at Sunday they was at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
she won the title. Just like that. Only people on this card that had some real build besides Roman and Daniel and Edge is Apollo Crews and Big E for the Intercontinental title, which was pretty cool. I just hate the way that it ended.
A Nigerian drum match?
Yeah, this was, I want to say it was racist, but I don't know if this can be considered racist. And no hell is a Nigerian drum match. Where my speaker in? I heard that jump out 2 times. Hand me that speaker. You ain't got to stop the video. Just hand me that speaker over there. My bad. We still at home. But yeah, man, what the hell is a Nigerian drum match? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way.
Bruh,
Power off.
I don't even know what. I kind of like, I was looking at this match and I was like, okay, you get two black men in a Nigerian drum match, bro. Like a Nigerian drum match. It's like, a lot of people might think it's racist, but I just think it's hilarious as hell because I'm like, bro, come on, like a Nigerian drum match.
Signed off on this. Real talk. They had drums around the ring, but for the most part, they had a bunch of kendo sticks.
I was like, bro, they ain't used none of them.
They didn't use nothing. They mostly wrestled, used some here and there, but other than that, man, they really didn't do nothing.
That shit was just for
Intercontinental title wise, like match wise, you know what I'm saying? And then this big, I don't even know the dude's name. I can't even think of the dude's name.
He was on I know who you're talking about, but he was on Raw Underground.
Yeah, he was on Raw Underground, and let me see, do they say his name on this thing? I do not remember this boy's name, but oh shoot, man, we got to talk. um, yeah, it basically he had interference. The guy came out, choke slam Big E. That was it. And it's like these finishes. It's like they was just so done. Cause it's like, bro, he choke slam Big E, but it's Big E. It's like, bro, he's a former tag team champion. He's an intercontinental champion. It's like these people are getting beat with like basic moves. You know what I'm saying? This is I mean, I'm thinking about it like it's a wrestling game. You know what I'm saying? You might can beat somebody with a signature move. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, if it's a main event guy, you're going to have a hard time beating them. You know what I'm saying? It just seems so easy. It seems like they was rushing through WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the match start, climax about 5 minutes in, and then the match ended. And it was like what? And nobody saw the ending coming. It was just like a random ending.
Like, this is how you bring in somebody new, you know, this way. Mm-hmm. You take the title off of Big E. First of all, let's realize something here. Big E didn't even really have
a title
run at all. Like, I don't even. This was his first defense, wasn't it? I think this was Big E's first defense. It was
like his second one, because you defended
his second defense and you lose.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he defended the title in a triple threat match with him, Sami Zayn, and Apollo Crews. That was either the way. That's either the night he won it or the night he defended it the first time. But if this the night he won it, then this would be his first title defense.
I think that's the night that he did win it.
Yeah, so this is his first title defense, which is also trash storytelling. Yeah. This is his first title defense at WrestleMania, and then he loses. And then he loses. Then he lost it like he lost it to Apollo. Yeah, but to interference. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't even beat him down none. They just choke slammed him. He pinned him. New champion. I'm like, okay, let's get to the next match, man. Like, this has been happening all night.
It's crazy, and it's crazy because, like, you know, the choke slam is not technically even a finisher no more. So for you to lose to the choke slam, yeah, like that's pretty
wet, man. Then, like we said, after that, we had the triple threat match for the Universal title. Shockingly, also, because the way they let Roman win, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have no stipulations, so he had Paul Heyman and Uso out there, Jay Uso out there with him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So off the top, it was like a tag team tornado match, but he had Jay Uso, so he had help, but he was also two other people in the ring that he was fighting too. You know what I'm saying? So Jay Uso didn't waste no time to get inside this match. You know what I'm saying? No time. So I knew off the top that Roman was not losing his title.
It was, because I'm just really shocked because y'all remember I went back thinking like, oh, you know, Edge would, you know, they'll go with the title on Edge, you know, pull out, give him that
title reign, you know, what I'm saying,
feel good. Yeah, that feel good story.
They wasn't trying to see her none of that.
But man, yeah, I was shocked by, you know, I was really surprised that they did another smart decision yet again and keeping Roman Reigns in this position. Yeah. Now, you know, after all of this, you have this opportunity now with Cesaro, but you got to deal with Seth again. So eventually that shit's going to come around.
That happened on SmackDown.
I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, the match at WrestleMania, I was really surprised, you know. And yo, Edge looked like old man Logan.
Edge look, man.
You know,
and look, we understand. Edge is old now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But man, do he look like it? You know what I'm talking about? Because I was like, man, he look
fresh though. I ain't gonna
but
lie.
he is Canadian.
Yeah, Yeah.
And Logan was Canadian, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he out there in the woods, he out there, he got
Yeah.
them fresh Canadian air. Ain't no telling what he out there doing. He probably is out there being a caveman, you know what I'm saying? Cutting down trees and shit.
Yeah.
Goddamn Edge. But yeah, bro, they did give Edge this title. They kept it on Roman. And of course, when I saw this is how I knew for sure Roman wasn't losing his title. Because when they started the night one of WrestleMania and everybody was on stage with Vince, he was welcoming the WWE Universe back.
Yeah.
You had Triple H, Stephanie, Vince, Roman Reigns, and then Shane McMahon. They was all standing front line. And then the rest of the superstars was behind them. Did you peep that?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is part of the McMahon family, you know what I'm saying? When I saw that, I like, he ain't lose his title. He up there, he front line. He the guy. And the guy don't lose, like, ain't nobody finna beat the guy at WrestleMania.
And they went, and I'm like I said, I'm surprised that they went with the smart decision to continue to make this man look strong, because he needs to hold this title for a while. To make
at least to SummerSlam. I think we said that.
At least to SummerSlam, which is
Survivor Series.
Which is, August or November. You know, I feel like right now, man, the next person up is, like I said, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But they did the right decision again. Like I like what they did with Bobby Lashley in night one.
Yeah, that most definitely was the right decision. I'm gonna tell you how right the decision was that they made for Roman. He not only pinned one contestant, he pinned them both. He stacked two grown men on top of each other and then pinned them. If that's not giving somebody the win, the torch, the night, the accolades, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what else that they can do.
Think about this. Over Edge. Edge, the man who came back from neck surgery. And
finished career. Daniel Bryan.
Right.
Same exact thing. Neck injury. Career over with. Came back to win this title. And he got real deal 69 and pinned. 69 me done.
69 me done.
Goddamn AEW. But yeah, bro, WrestleMania night 2. We've been talking about this for a minute, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
Except for those key matches.
It was like WrestleMania Sunday Night Heat. You know.
Yeah.
It wasn't a major event to me.
Yeah, how they used to have all the mid cards before the actual pay-per-view event.
Sunday Night Heat was lit though.
I love Sunday Night
Heat was lit.
You remember because you used to see like the set before the pay-per-view and shit. Oh my God, I used to love that. I was like, bro, because I was young and naive at the time when I was watching. I always used to think like, oh, I watched Sunday Night Heat. You know, you watch the pay-per-view. Boy, how wrong was that?
How wrong was that?
Man, you be like, oh no.
Oh, the pay-per-view finna come on.
You gotta watch the pay-per-view.
Then Shane McMahon and Jerry Lawler run off the end of the show and be like, "We see you in another hour." Like, wait a minute, what? So the pay-per-view not finna come on?
Like, nah, man, you gotta go on Time Warner cable and buy that junk.
That first Backlash set though, I don't know if y'all remember that Backlash set. When I first saw that junk on Sunday Night Heat, and I was like, ooh, They was in a bag around that time with these damn pay-per-view sets.
We gotta talk about that.
We most definitely have to talk about that.
I really think we need to talk about custom sets again.
Because the one for WrestleMania was cool. The shit they had, then they had all the little 3D stuff going on. It was pretty cool, man. But the next night on Raw, the backlash of WrestleMania was basically rematches. The whole night, rematch.
And guess what, y'all? Drew McIntyre is number 1 contender, and he's finna go to Backlash WrestleMania. Yo, first of all, hold up. Backlash.
Talk to him. Tell him.
Backlash WrestleMania.
Tell him.
I'm not feeling that.
I'm
not feeling it. But yo, why would you? Why would you? You know, I feel like Backlash is just perfect. You don't need the
like
WrestleMania tag.
That was one of my favorite
Yeah.
sets back in the day.
Yeah, like you don't need. Why you need to add WrestleMania? Because you already WrestleMania Backlash. Now this is all going to be rematches. It's just like, bro, okay, all right. And then now, the way that they booking Drew McIntyre is going to be how they did with Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that to happen, but it's going to happen with Drew McIntyre. The way that they're doing this again, like you gave this man. Look, he lost at WrestleMania. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's coming back again for another title shot.
Like,
you know, I'm like, you lost, man. So it's like the logic is not there at all. It's like a logic gap, man. So
it's like they're not even abiding by their own rules of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we've seen it back in the day where people would get instant title matches, but it'll be like in their contract. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They'll write it in as that. Now they just don't. Oh well, yeah, he gets another title. He's number one contender still. How do you lose the title match and go right back into the number one contender slot, bro? Like, don't get me wrong. I love Drew McIntyre. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they gonna do what they did to Roman with Drew, and they keep pushing him into these title matches, and it's not it, bro. Like, yeah, he could be chasing the title, but shit, you should make him go back and start beating people up again, because you got to put somebody else in this position. Like, just with SmackDown, we finna hold on, check this out right. Raw was trash. Oscar, Rhea Ripley rematch, Rhea won.
Wow.
Bobby Lashley versus the original bro, Matt Riddle. He got destroyed.
It's terrible. I hated that.
He got destroyed. The Viking Raiders came back. They beat the former Hurt Business.
What?
Out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Damian Priest.
Yeah. Damian Priest lost to the Miz, John Morrison, and what's Miz's wife's name? Maurice. Yeah, because she was involved in the match. So it was a triple threat handicap match, and Damian Priest lost.
I can't. We'll talk.
Goddamn, Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler defeated Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke by count out. Who would have saw that come? You know what I'm saying? Like,
if only y'all knew the reason.
The New Day defeated Elias and Jackson Riker. I didn't know there was even a tag team. You know what I'm saying? Now they getting beat by the New Day. You know what I'm saying?
Made up tag teams again.
Thrown together. You know what I'm saying? Like, whack as hell. And then we get to the final match. The match that put Drew McIntyre back into the number one contender slot. He had a triple threat match. Him, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman. Who's going to stop him? Who's going to come out as the number one contender? Drew McIntyre. Why? You could have gave it to Randy and let Randy go for just at least chase the title and get a title shot at Backlash WrestleMania, and then threw Drew back into the fray. But no, bro. Y'all just keep throwing him. Like, I understand y'all want him to be like dominant, you know what I'm saying? Winner, all that whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta let folks sit back. You know what I mean? He probably could have took some time off after WrestleMania and just let Bobby beat up Braun and Randy Orton and put somebody else in the spotlight. Y'all not doing it.
They're just like I said. They're gonna get that man right in the same position Roman Reigns was a few years ago. You know, just trying to shove Drew McIntyre down everyone's throat because they don't have nobody else. They don't have nobody else to be the next guy except for Drew McIntyre.
Except for Drew. And that's not it, bro. Y'all should take a page out of SmackDown book.
Right.
Because the next night on SmackDown after WrestleMania, who came out to talk shit to Roman Reigns? Cesaro, who had a successful match at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying?
They finally strapping the Rocket to
They put him in the spotlight. You know what I mean? Even though he still got the Seth Rollins problem to deal with, but it makes sense because Seth Rollins is a main guy. And you're not just gonna beat him and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? So not only do he got to figure out how to get to the title, but he also got to shake Seth Rollins. And there's something there. You know what I'm saying? Roman, Seth, they had something. Next thing you know, Roman and Seth could be in the next battle with each other.
Yeah.
But they put Cesaro in their position to be in their spotlight. And Raw ain't doing it. That's why I personally feel like SmackDown better. But if you can do it on SmackDown, you can do it on Raw too. It's like two different companies.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a long time coming anyway for Cesaro.
Man, about time. Because they keep strapping the Rocket to him, and
I'm like, bro, it's been a long time coming. So it's like now they're finally pushing him, and it's like you don't have no other choice because you don't have nobody else. So you got to push somebody against Roman Reigns at least. Let Cesaro get a couple matches in with Roman, and like, who knows, man? Like,
there's gonna be some good matches for sure. There's gonna be some good matches, man. And we didn't. Speaking of good matches, we had some good matches on SmackDown, but we had of course, we had a rematch between Sammy and goddamn me, Kevin Owens, and I mean it was cool. Sammy, he was out of there. He did the 10 count.
I didn't really need to see it twice, but I was like,
especially that's how you was gonna end it. Like you might as well didn't do it at all. You know what I'm saying? You could have had a whole other spot right there. You know, they had Rey Mysterio defeat Otis, which was cool. It was a cool match, but they got doggone man. They I don't understand what they doing with Otis. He's a bad guy. Goddamn Rey Mysterio and his sons a tag team.
Put him up with a tag team. You broke him up with Tucker.
You broke him up from Tucker. Put him in another tag team.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah, real soon, man.
I guess some shit to say.
They had before the SmackDown tag team title match between the Street Profits and the Dirty Dogs. Last name. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. They named the Dirty Dogs. Yeah. Terrible.
Yo,
they had a little. That was my bad, man.
No. I was saying that's terrible.
Oh yeah. The Dirty Dogs. Like dog is not even in either one of their names.
Dirty Dogs.
They don't even. I don't know, man. I don't know who come up with their names. So before their title match, they had a little celebration ceremony for Bianca Belair. You know, she came out, got a standing ovation. Not really, but you know,
she's. I'm sorry, y'all.
She did her thing. She talked, you know what I'm saying, thanked everybody, you know, talking about how she was gonna represent the company and and it was cool. The title match with Street Profits and the Dirty Dogs, it was a good match, bro, but the Dirty Dogs won. I don't know why. Dolph and Robert won, but I can't call them the Dirty Dogs. They won, man, and it was cool, bro. It was a good match, but it's like, man, this tag team title match could have been on that day in WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying?
It could have been, but I just, like I said, they don't have nobody. It's like now, okay, what's next for the Dirty Dogs? You know, like
probably Rey Mysterio and his son.
No, he's not ready.
He's not, bro. But WWE would. WWE don't care.
I know they would do something.
They would do
that. But no, Dominic's not really ready to like get the strap like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
no strap. Don't get me wrong. He a good wrestler, but he's not a good wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
He's still learning. He's still learning.
His ropes and shit still be kind of iffy. His 619 ain't just, you know what I'm saying, just there yet. Like he still got some growing to do, which is cool. But like my boy said, he don't need to be in a title shot right now.
He really should have been in NXT.
Yeah, but hey, his dad's Rey Mysterio. What you gonna do about that? You know what I'm talking about? He can't
Legend, but I see.
Natalie defeated Shayna Baszler. You know what I'm saying? Which was cool, but it's like, bro, it wasn't nothing too much. Like they still having their feud and whatnot, and it's all right because it's just Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Like
it's just
all right. It's just nothing to hope. I mean, nothing to boast and brag about. You know?
It's just there at this point because I can say this all the time. They just don't have nothing right now. Nothing.
And the final match of the night was Cesaro defeat Jey Uso, but by disqualification. How many times have we seen this on WWE programming?
A lot of times, and it just at this point, it's like it's kind of almost like you kind of expect it now. It's like you don't really expect a match.
You don't
clean like
no clean
finish.
If you see a clean finish in WWE nowadays, it's a goddamn rare event. Disqualifications, count out, distractions, like everybody getting beat by different ways besides getting the 1, 2, 3, and it's like, come on, man. This was a good match. Like Cesaro is a great wrestler. Jey Uso is amazing. You know what I'm saying? These folks then had a goddamn good maybe 5-star match, and then Seth Rollins just came out there. Disqualification, match over with, and that was it. It wasn't nothing else after that. Roman didn't come out, Jay didn't do anything, match just ended, show just ended. And I'm like, this feel like WrestleMania Night 2 again. Like, that shit crazy, understand me? But, yeah, bro. So I'm like, SmackDown was cool. They didn't have that many goddamn, they didn't have that many matches in. That was cool.
That was really just, of course, that was really just of any of importance. It wasn't, but yeah.
Then we shift to AEW real quick. You know what I'm saying? It was an amazing Dynamite for them. They first of all, let me tell y'all this: they finally cracked 1 million views. You know what I'm saying?
Because they didn't have to constantly switch in between.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah. So NXT moved to Tuesdays and Dynamite got Wednesdays, all by themselves. First night by themselves, they hit 1 million. But they also had Mike Tyson on that thing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you have Mike Tyson on your TV, folks gonna watch.
Hey man, Mike was cutting promos. It's if you guys
that's how they just started.
You gotta hear Mike Tyson promo, man.
That's how they just started.
Okay.
That shit was wild. The first match of the night though was the tag team title match against Young Bucks and the Death Triangles.
The boys are back, baby. The boys are back.
Pac and Ray Phoenix, who I always say, you hear this all the time on this show from me, Ray Phoenix is an alien from a wrestling planet. All they do on this planet is wrestle. And then they sent Ray Phoenix to this planet to be the best wrestler of all time.
He definitely is, man. It's like, it's unreal. Like, I seen the move where he knocked Matt out with the running knee, and then before Pac did the German, right? And the jump that he did outside, the dive that he did outside on the Nick on the outside, bro. The way that he just effortlessly like glided over the rope. It looked like I was like, yo.
He became, It's like we watching TV and it's like he doing stunts on a television show, but he's doing all his stunts himself. And he doing them hoes flawlessly, you know what I'm saying? Like he just practices these shits every day, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, all his wrestling skills did save him, bro, because the Young Bucks retained the titles.
By ripping off the mask.
Ripped his mask off. First of all, that's what you don't do. You don't take a lucha's mask off. Very disrespectful. right there was the complete turn of the Young Bucks. You know what
I
I'm saying?
loved it.
Like,
I
for real.
loved. I mean, that's what a lot of people look. A lot of people don't like the Young Bucks, and you know, I'm gonna make this kind of short. But a lot of people don't like the Young Bucks. But this is what made me like them in the first place when they're back in their original element. And it was funny because JR said, like, JR made a call. He was like, these are not your vintage old school Young Bucks. I was like, JR, these are the vintage old school Young Bucks. I know you.
All right, man. But yeah, man, the Young Bucks, man, they most definitely then flipped the script and went back to the old, like to the Young Bucks. Like the promo they had, I think it was later on that night. It was later on that night or earlier that night. I want to say
it was both. It was. I think it was the first. It was earlier the night with them, Don Callis, the Good Brothers, and Omega. That was. I loved that. It was just.
That man had the earring, the phone free.
Man, Matt. Shout out to Matt and Nick Jackson, man, with the Dior Air Jordans.
Folk had the Dior Air Jordans on.
These folks like.
How did they do this? Where they get them hoes from?
Oh man, but they did. It was great to see the Young Bucks again
in their fashion.
It was like, yeah,
shit, bro. The folks, they in real form, bro.
Yeah, they're back
for real, bro. They in real form. Back, and that match they had with Phoenix and Pac really showed that. Like they pulled their mask off, bro. And it's so disrespectful.
It's disrespectful as hell. And you know how we couldn't see Ray's face.
You most definitely gonna see his face.
Nah, so
that's why he lost the match, man.
That's
why he lost the match, man. But after that, we had after that great match, we had another great match with Red Velvet and Jade Cargill.
Oh,
these women is actually wrestling.
Oh my God.
Good match, man. Very good match.
Y'all look for the entirety of this show, I am going to be a stand for Jade Cargill. Like, this woman is she is so amazing. She is so beautiful. And it's just like, she can go in the ring, man, but definitely, and big props to Red Velvet as well, because Red Velvet is just as beautiful. And she can go in the ring as well. So the match was great. The match was pretty good. It started off pretty slow, in my opinion, but it just kind of built up. It did pick up as time progressed because of the little history that these two have had so far. But of course they still continuing on with Jade Cargill, making her building her up, as a star right now in a division in AEW that is finally getting the wheels going. The women's division is really going, and they're in the forefront along with Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa and so on, and Chris Statlander, which we will talk about in a minute.
Yeah,
but so
she did make her in-ring debut. It was a cold ass match, man.
Great. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. It was showed me more of both of them.
We most definitely need to see more of them in the ring as black women out here wrestling. You know what I'm talking about? But then we had a build up to Blood and Guts with Dax Harwood versus Chris Jericho, the Demo God.
The Demo God.
And Iron Mike Tyson, yes, the same Mike Tyson that chewed off a man's ear, that
knocked out Shawn Michaels.
And he also knocked out Chris Jericho. He's been knocking out people his whole life. Exactly. He was there, and he was most definitely knocking people out once again on AEW once again.
Yeah.
And that shit was funny, man, because it was a good match between Chris Jericho and Dax, and I was like, okay, bro, Chris Jericho he's not slowing down, bro.
It's amazing.
It's crazy.
This man is
like 50 years old.
50 something years old, but we could say the same about you know, Ric Flair.
I mean, but he ain't wrestling no more. But he
yeah,
was still wrestling.
No, I'm saying like at that
so,
around that time, Rick, yeah, you know, Rick was
kind of
still
turned up
going,
around that
and
time.
same with Sting and so on and so on. But yeah,
Sting
Chris,
he was on Dynamite tonight too.
but yeah, this match, yeah, it's just Chris Jericho doing what, you know, every veteran of the wrestling realm has always done for years, and that's just, you know, make the next guy look better. And of course, and you know, there's no need to make Dax Harwood look better because, of course, with FTR,
Yeah,
you know, with Cash, it's like there's no need to make him look better, but it's just good to pair him up with a legend like Chris Jericho to, you know, really make this Pinnacle and Inner Circle feud really just pick up. So I like it. I thought it was a good match. You know, it's really gonna make Blood and Guts even more interesting as we get to it. Yeah.
Cause this what we really building up to. You know what I'm saying? May 5th, Blood and Guts, Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle, and that's gonna be lit.
Lit.
But speaking of another faction of wrestling, Chris Statlander with the best friends in Orange Cassidy. She made her in-ring action against, made her return to the ring against Amber Nova. And I mean, it was cool.
It was a squash match.
She did what she had to do. But
just showed
it's just good to see Chris Statlander back. You know what I'm saying? She's most definitely promising in the damn.
Yeah, she looked really good. You know, all over. Like, man, she was real toned up and just it was. It's her time. It's starting to build up for, like I said, for the whole women's division.
Yeah, it's really looking good for them, man. After that, well, I don't say after that. It was a couple more things that happened after that, but the main thing that happened to end this show was the TNT Championship match, Falls Count Anywhere. Darby Allin versus Big Money Matt Hardy. Now, I think his the Matt Hardy family was banned from ringside or something like that, so
they interfered.
They still interfered anyway. You know what I'm saying? No, I think he didn't want them at ringside, but they still came out anyway.
Yeah,
they wanted. But these folks put on the show, man. Matt Hardy, he's also one of them ones that's like, come on, bro, how is you still doing this, man?
Yeah,
because his legs basically don't work. They don't move. Like they like sticks, you know what I'm saying? But he's still out here wrestling and jumping off of shit.
That match is really putting over Darby Allin as like, okay, he's a big deal. Mm-hmm. And it's starting to show it now. Like when Matt Hardy put it, you beat Matt Hardy, you've beaten Matt Hardy, you've beaten the man that everybody compares you to his brother. Beating the man that, you know, that's been a champion wherever he's been.
To, bro. Everywhere
may not been, you know, the main title on TNA. You know, I wish it was WWE, but Darby Allin was good. Match was just, of course, their style.
Yeah.
You know, Darby Allin really just showed, and the coffin drop from the 20 feet in the air onto the announce table, man.
That's how you take out somebody that's a legend, that's a main guy. Like, you gotta do something drastic to take them out, not just hit them with a choke slam and pin them. Like, it's cool, but this man jumped off. And you know who else jumps off of 20-foot objects and items and shit? Jeff Hardy. You know what I'm saying? But you just beat Matt Hardy by jumping off of I don't even know what it was. I don't even know what it was. He jumped off of, man. It was really crazy as hell. But he did that. He won the match, and hey, it was a slew of people coming out here. On top of the Hardy family, the Dark Order came out there. Goddamn Scorpio Sky and what's that man's name?
I was just gonna say Lance Archer.
No, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky came out, and then Lance Archer came out. Sting was also out there. Oh my God!
That was one thing. It was way overbooked. But other than that, the finish was it was just what you would expect from Darby Allin at this point. Now you already are familiar with his style of wrestling, and that was just amazing. But I was like, okay, this is a real good match for Matt to do this. But the shit was overbooked though.
Man, I'm talking about plenty of people came out there. Tony Schiavone was out there. I'm like, come on, man, but AEW does that, man. They kind of end they show with like a bunch of chaos, and you be like, oh shit, what's finna happen next week type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess it's a cool way to end the show. You know?
Yeah, I can't wait for these faction wars when they start happening within AEW because man, they got a lot. So I'm like, you might as well do something with these teams.
Might as well do something.
Might as well. Like, shoot, you're already starting off with the Pinnacle in a circle right now. So keep the ball rolling. We can get.
Apparently, the Elite they got back together too. So
yeah,
got that.
So it's like okay,
we're gonna see what's going on with that, man. But before we get out of here, man, real spill. We gotta talk about this past Wednesday. I'm talking about about 8 or 9, 10 wrestlers. WWE fired, let go, cut, drop kicked out the door. You know what I'm saying? But it's the people that it's the names that they let go. You know what I mean? Let me run them down for you. You know what I'm talking about? Samoa Joe, the Iconics, the tag team, the Iconics, both of them. Bo Dallas, Barry Ryder, you know what I'm saying? Bo Lee, that guy. You know what I'm saying? What's the I just had his name. Goddamn, Mojo Riley. You know what I'm saying? Mickey James, bro. Like they did the same thing. Then this was the anniversary. The first time they did it last year when they let go probably 20 or more people. You know what I'm saying? Last year they were saying it was budget cuts. They funding and shit. This year they saying it's budget cuts again. They funding. But on paper, WWE has made the most money that they done made in 10 years during this damn pandemic. So they got the bread, you know what I'm saying? They got the money,
but at the same time,
they just let people go because
it's a company. Yeah, it's a company. It's a business at the end of the day. But let me just say, man. Oh, we knocked over stuff.
It's crazy as hell, man. Like the people that they actually just really like Samoa Joe. Like me personally, I was ready for Samoa Joe to do something in WWE because he hasn't really done much because he was either sidelined or hurt. You know what I'm saying? And that was cool, but he was on commentary for the most part.
I was just gonna say, man, that I felt like I was more shocked than mad. Everybody was mad. I was like, no, I ain't mad. I'm shocked, but I feel it was disrespectful in a certain way. I'm like, bro, how could you, like, you couldn't do nothing with Samoa Joe? Like, I know, we all know the man was injured a lot. We know that, we get that. But it was like, you had him on commentary for WrestleMania or prior to that as well. You did everything that he was supposed to do for you during this whole pandemic, and you let him go? Like,
they didn't even clear him to wrestle. He hasn't even been. He's not even hurt. You know what I'm saying? They just hasn't cleared him to wrestle. And you can't. If the WWE don't clear you to wrestle, bro, you're not wrestling.
But it's just
they most definitely have control of that shit. That shit just black as hell.
It's whack, man. But before we go, I just want to say, like, yo, they got to. I feel like, man, just the whole Samoa Joe thing. It's crazy, bro, because it's like, yo, this man is a made man everywhere that he's been, from Ring of Honor to Impact, made his name in Impact. Made his name in Ring of Honor, actually, but took Impact to heights. Yeah. And of course, he was injured a lot and all that, but still, like, Samoa Joe was a made man, and I feel like that was disrespect in a certain way. Like, you let this man go and you couldn't, like, get him involved with Roman Reigns or Bobby Lashley. You need somebody right now to, like, go up against these guys, one of these guys. So why not?
You most definitely could have used somebody like Samoa Joe to be on Raw going up against Bobby Lashley. You know what I'm saying? But no, They do what they always do. They sideline people.
Yeah.
And then, ironically, they let them go. Like, I never thought they was going to let Samoa Joe go.
I never thought that neither. That was shocking to me. But
they let Samoa Joe go.
I mean, like, this is a business, man. You know, you can't be. I'm not upset because, you know, like I said, it just happens. You know, that's business. You know, it may sound harsh, you know, especially with things going on right now, but it's business.
But it's still a pandemic out here. You know what I'm saying? People still need jobs. You feel me? WWE talking about so they making budget cuts. Come on, son. Y'all true. Budget cuts. I can understand y'all cutting Mojo Riley, you know what I'm talking about. But Mickey James, the Iconics, first of all, you broke them up. You broke the Iconics up. And then didn't do nothing with Peyton. Nothing. Billie Kay, at least she was in matches, but then you start throwing her in random tag teams with people.
And it was terrible.
And then next thing you know, you cut her. And she was at WrestleMania.
That shit was horrible.
You know it was a horrible match.
You know that was horrible, bro.
It was a horrible match.
I'm sorry.
Tag team gauntlet match. What about?
I'm sorry. I wasn't upset about that release. It was like,
yeah, because the Iconics are way better, bro. Hopefully they team up and take over the Indies or get signed somewhere where they definitely would be better and used. But yeah, man, WWE, they did it again. I'm trying to. Now I'm like, shit, who they gonna release next year? Because this 2 years in a row, they done did this on the same day.
Hopefully it's somebody good that where they be able to be utilized better. Because I'm hoping for some more good people to get released that'll be utilized better somewhere.
Yeah. Goddamn WWE, man. What can you say?
Of course.
But we at the end of the show, man. And we appreciate y'all pulling in. At the Cool Sock Channel, we over here, Raps and Rasslin every night. The Serial Corner every Sunday. Go on, man. Check us out. We gonna be here. Hopefully you see y'all, man. Hopefully y'all in the comments, sharing, liking, giving us good feedback. We gonna get y'all next time. We gonna have Kenny back next time. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do it big. You know what I'm talking about?
Too sweet, bro.
We out.